Well, we coached against each other a few times when I was at Memphis, and then coaching here, and does a great job, mixes up the game. Kids play hard, they battle, they fight. He's good at what he does.
Adding a player to practice today, how do you expect him to fit in with this group? It's kind of a unique situation doing it this way.
Yeah, but look, I get to split up the group a little bit, so we get a little 6 rotation on both sides, which is going to be good. It's his first time. He's probably anxious and nervous, and we gave him a couple things that we're doing, so when we go up and down, he can play those things, and we can go against him. But what I would imagine is, he'll look a little lost.
How do you see this as any kind of trend that your kids may do something like this, graduate early and try to get a head start on their career?
Well, they've done it in football for a while. This, I don't think in most cases, if a kid's 17 or 18, he'd do it. But if you're a little older and you're in a prep school, yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. If a young man is 18 and he has a chance to go to college as an 18-year-old, he should do it. It's just my opinion. I mean, unless you're in a high school situation that's really, you're going to benefit, because of everyday practice and all that. It's like Carl Towns. I mean, there was no reason for Carl Towns to go back another year as an 18-year-old. But I don't recommend it. I'm not saying to do it, but if you're of age and you can do it, I just don't know why you wouldn't.
Cal, is this a little like trying to jump onto a full-speed train?
No, this is great for him. It's great. I mean, he's going to get to work out, all the stuff that he needs personally, we can be about. You really can focus on what he needs. And then kind of shove him into some of this stuff, let him, have a feel for it and go from there.
I know the plan is him not to play this season. If you're 2 months down the road, he's been practicing pretty good. You get like the other night, you got 2 guards with 2 fouls in 3 minutes, and you're in the NCAA tournament. I wouldn't do it for me or the program. The only way that would happen is if it's in his best interest, but it wouldn't be about the situation. The situation wouldn't matter. Up, down, sideways, it wouldn't matter. It would be about him. And what I know, what's in his mind and what I see, he needs to get squared away. Let's get your base set and then come back and do your thing. That would be my recommendation if he asked me.
How do you think he can help the guards this year?
He can guard them. He can make them come every day and have to bring it because he's a long, athletic player.
John, how good is he in the open court when he has the ball?
I don't know. Let me coach him one day and I'll let you know.
You never notice that when you watch him?
Yeah, but it's so different. I mean, when you're driving against a 6'2" guy, now you're driving against 7-footer or guys putting his head on the rim. It's a little different. Your decision making is different. So, but he's going to be fine. He's a good player.
Different situation, but you had a guy once that couldn't play but could practice, a really high-level
Helped
guy.
us. Really helped us.
Yeah.
Really helped us. And Ty last year did not choose to play, didn't want to play. I even was going to stick him in a game, and he's like, no, I'm not ready. So I've had all kind of different kinds of stuff happen like that. And it's, again, you roll with the young person.
John, Purifoy is not playing, Bruce says, in the game Saturday. What kind of player is he?
He's really good.
What below is that for them?
Well, they've won a game without him already. So here, what it ends up doing, it takes shots and gives to other guys, so it could help them. And they've got some other guys that can score the ball in bunches, and ball may go into the big kid more. I mean, there's, sometimes addition by subtraction.
So will Diallo even dress out and travel with you, or is he plan?
He'll travel, but he won't dress, no.
John, I have to ask you about the Calcast. Rumor has it that you just texted Rick and you two set this up on your own. I mean, do you have him on speed dial? How does that really go down?
No, I have numbers of coaches, and they have my numbers. Rick has my number, and I have his. If he needs to talk to me, he picks up a phone. If I need to talk to him, I pick up a phone. I've said it before. We don't send Christmas cards to each other. I mean, we're 90 miles from each other, or 70, whatever it is, and it's a competitive environment. But I just said, hey, why don't you do this Calcast with me, or podcast that I'm doing? We'll have some fun with it. He said, sure, I'll do it. He texted me right back, and I said, all right. He said, when do you want me to do it? I said, this afternoon. Let's just get it done. So it's in the can, and, you know, there's some things that are around it that you're going to want to hear. I mean, everybody, oh, it's a love fest. Okay. Oh, okay. You'll want to hear it. And, you know, the stuff we did with, I don't know yet, because if anybody else says, when's he doing it, I'm mad, and then I may wait another week. So the stuff we did with Gino, the reason I had that one put out, it just broke the record. And if you listen to it, it's really some good stuff. One, that you wouldn't know about him, and two, when you listen, you say, now I know why that guy wins like he wins. And he shared. And the stuff with Rick, other than the scuffle, it was fine.
John is getting back to basketball. Is Auburn dangerous in the sense of if they make a lot of threes?
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah, it's just like Vanderbilt. I mean, look, Vanderbilt had some shots that they could have made that they missed, and the game could have been different. The only thing, I don't think Auburn, well, he might, will hold the ball and then try to shoot it. You know, he might. He's done that in the past, and maybe he will. I don't know. I mean, but, you know, you knew that Vandy was going to come down and take 20 seconds, move the ball, and try to get a shot that way. I'm not sure they will, but they'll probably press us some. You know, I saw them one game I watched today. They played all zone. They got in the zone and they stayed in the zone. Okay, we've been pressed, you know, so they're good. I mean, look, they've beaten teams. They beat Oklahoma in a neutral site. They lost to Georgia. You ready? Had Georgia down 16. Had them down 16. They lost to Mississippi. They had them down 15 or 16 and lost. So it isn't like they're just, well, they can't win games. No, that's not what's happened. They've been up big, and they play aggressive. They're active. It's going to be a hard game. And, you know, we lost to them last year. They beat us down there. I had to watch that game again, wanted to throw up. But, you know.
In your early days at UMass, when you're trying to do what you do, but you're playing against a better team, that your style would play into their hands. How does a coach weigh that, of what to do?
My whole thing is this is how we play. So if you're better than us, the issue that bothered us all the time when I was at UMass, we had like a 6'7" center, and we're trying to play the best teams in the country. Then I got a guy that they had, Camby. And then we beat the crap out of Kentucky. And then you know, when you had what they had, but I wasn't going to change, and I don't think he'll change. I think they'll do what they do on the baseline out of bounds. They switch everything. I think they'll do the press, you know, after free throws, and they'll probably do a 1-2-2. They do a little bit of that, you know, on made goals, and they're going to play how they play. And I've told you before, anytime I keep switching game to game, it's not good for my team, and never has been. So.
Cal, how close is Briscoe to being able to be empowered and call and play the game the way you want?
Well, I had to stop him, and a good friend of mine saw that there was 2 minutes to go in that game, and I went, hold, stop. And he kind of looked at me like mad that you made me stop. He was 1-on-5. Like they had 5 guys down there, and he was going to go shoot that thing. And then we pulled it out, we worked the ball, and I think De'Aaron Fox got a shot on the baseline that kind of put the gap where we needed it. But he's getting closer. I mean, we practiced yesterday morning, and he had them so ready to practice because my worry was, look, we cannot waste a day. And if you don't think we can practice in the morning, I called him in the office. If we can't practice in the morning, then I won't travel. I'd like to get a travel day done because I can see 3 kids and it saves me 2 or 3 days.
So when I walked in that morning at 7:25, dudes were like clapping for me like I was late. And he had them ready, and we had a great practice, which shows me a lot about the team and his leadership.
When Dan is switching on the guards, what do you like that he's doing, and what do you need to do better?
He's really good. You know, he bounces, he stays in the stance, he can guard every position. He's getting fouled like crazy when he catches the ball, like fouled. The last game was worse than this past game, but, you know, and he's keeping his cool. He never changes anything. He's by the end of the year, he'll be that guy. That's my prediction. I asked the guys yesterday in a group, because, you know, I brought him up a couple times. I said, look, I'm not trying to throw him in your face, but let me ask you a question. Who's the hardest worker we got in the gym? And as a group, they all pointed to Bam. And I said, there you go. My point is made. And that's why he's just taking strides that are, you know, crazy.
Time for two more.
John, I know you're gonna say it's because he's in the gym more, getting up shots, but is De'Aaron taking better shots? Has he changed his form, or is it just?
He's ready to shoot balls before he catches them, which he never was. He was not ready to explode. He was tiptoe shooting. And, you know, these guys, it's funny. It's like I told Isaiah Briscoe. You're going to shoot every day high in practice. But you'll get in the game and you'll shoot your normal shot unless you think it's getting blocked. Now you have another weapon. And now you can shoot it higher. De'Aaron Fox, you could say, it's not the workouts that did it. Well, what was it? Well, the stars and the moon kind of crossed a certain way and that light hit me and it just changed me. Oh, okay. It's not the work. So, you know, what we do is hard. What they have to do is hard because of what they're up against in every game we play. But he's been great. I mean, he's shooting 62% the last 3 games. Couldn't make a shot. He was 1 for 16. Now, it's got to be something. Wasn't that he ate his Cheerios. There's something that's happened between where he was and what he is doing now. And I believe it's getting here early, spending more time, coming back at night. And I'm telling him to get Malik with you. Now he and Malik do the same thing because Malik's got to get more consistent.
Last question.
What's that?
All-Star voting closes Monday. You posted it on social media, jabbing and saying YOLO. Your daughters didn't think that was funny.
The YOLO, because I just learned what it meant. I didn't even know what it meant.
Did they
And then they told me to do this. I don't know what that means. So I said, I'll do it.
Do they ever call you and make fun of you for it?
Yeah. My daughter was in an article in the New York Post today, doing for some of her research. I'm pretty proud of her. But Megan's getting married this June and told her fiance, you're going to be going into the family now, and he's going to embarrass you like he embarrasses all of us. Look, you know, life's too short. I like to have fun at what I'm doing, whether it's the podcast or whether it's, you know, I don't take myself that serious. I know who I am. I know where I came from. I don't I'm the best ever. No, it's not what I think of myself. I do what I do, try to do it for the kids. You guys will all judge how I am. 20 years from now, they'll tell me what kind of job I did. Great. Right now, I see myself getting older, and I just want to have fun at what I'm doing. Guy grabbed me last night and said, I'm getting old. I really got to shake your hand. I said, I'm getting old, too. There's 2 of us getting old.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.